Pull out the filters. You see, he's got another one downstairs. There's water in this pan. It's not running right, so I think that it's icing up. We'll have to vacuum this out when we get outside. That goes somewhere. This one here goes that way, and then that one goes that way. I'm gonna try to find out what's going on with that. I bet you any money it's just low on Freon. It's a little 3-ton. Or 22. I don't think it's a TXV. It's just a piston. Yeah, piston orifice. So we'll put either. He's gonna see if he's got any more filters. Zone dampers. Look at this bypass on this thing. Oh, isn't that wonderful? Look at all flipping zone dampers everywhere. You got one?
I got it, but it looks like somebody walked on top of it.
That's fine. 20 by 20, as long as it's good. Yeah. It could. So you're saying this one isn't cooling right, correct?
Yeah, the top one is not.
Yeah. So what's probably happening is it's probably low on gas.
Yeah.
So when it's low on gas, the suction pressure drops.
Okay.
And the lower the suction pressure, the colder it gets. So if it's low on Freon, this thing would ice up.
Oh.
And then dump.
So the Freon is the one that's like...
The Freon makes everything work properly, but if you're low,
yeah,
the suction pressure will drop, and that's why it ices. Because it gets so cold, you know?
This year, Steve, but honestly, like last year, you know, I noticed like it wasn't, you know, reaching the temperature that I...
Let's check it out. So we're going to run this one and check it out almost without just taking a rough guess. I bet you it's low on R22 because it's an older system, you know?
Yeah.
We'll find out. We'll straighten. We'll save you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So you watched the videos?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, actually, the one I watched was the recent one that you went to the guy's house who wanted to sell the house or something in Dartmouth.
Okay, yeah. Everybody's selling their flipping houses now.
Yeah, they're making money right now.
I mean, it's hard to... it's a seller's market now.
Yep.
You sell your house in a day.
And you'll get more than what you wanted. That's
all right, now, so we put the new filter in there. Now this line, this line runs over. And then it goes that way.
So the water should...
You see that right there, that line?
Yeah.
That goes that way and then out somewhere. Do you know where that drops down?
Yeah, it's outside.
Do you know where it drops down?
Yeah.
Okay, because we might have to vacuum that with the vacuum cleaner from outside. I want to see when we run it if it starts dripping.
Yeah, because
of the water in here, you know?
There was a lot of water dripping last year from the top.
So there was?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is... You want to mark this down? It's 20. Actually, it's 20 by 22 and a quarter is what you need. That's okay. 20 by 20. So, 20 by 22 and a quarter by 1 is the size you need. Okay. You should write that down and order a couple of these to have them. So what we're gonna do is turn the cooling on this.
All right.
And we'll check it outside.
So you said 20 by 22.
20 by 22 by 1. It's actually 22 and a quarter, but 20 by 22 by 1 is the size this one. Now, the one downstairs, you might have to look. It might be a different size. But you said you have changed that one, right?
Yep. It's the same size, that 2021.
Look at this shit, huh? He sealed it from the inside. Do not touch this pipe. It must have had a leak here at one time or something. Look at that shit. That's not supposed to be sealed like that. There's a rubber gasket that's supposed to seal on the top. Well, as long as it's not leaking, right?
Yeah.
It's low on gas. I can tell right now by that. He's a leaker. He's a leaker. Hook to that and it's icing up because there's no Freon in it. Let me put the gauges on and I'll show you. See, we're at 35 there.
Yeah.
Superheat. See the superheat at 50?
Yep.
Way too high. This is gonna be around 60 or 70.
Oh, wow.
So at 36, R22, 36 psi. It's 13 degrees.
Yep.
See it?
Yep.
13 degrees. That's way below freezing. So that's why it ices up. So we put Freon in it, we'll bring that up to, say, 70 or 65 or something, then it'll be above freezing.
Oh, okay.
So look at, see how low we are? Let me get some gas.
A different name, right? It's called what? Refrigerant?
No, this is refrigerant R22.
Okay.
So I'm adding some now, and then it's gonna ice up. Then you're gonna see the difference after I get it charged. It's gonna be a lot hotter coming out of here. Okay. Get a leak somewhere. You know, it might just be a slow leak of, I mean. Put some juice in there. New York. So our subcooling's around 9 there. See the subcooling about 9?
Yeah.
Our suction pressure is at 57, which is okay. Now superheat's at 7.3. If I put any more Freon in it, this is going to start dropping too low.
Okay.
So we can't put any more in it. This is a little bit lower than I like to see, but that's as good as it's going to get. Because there's a piston upstairs, so we gotta charge by superheat. See it?
Yep.
Now at 58 psi, we're right around freezing. Before we're at 16 degrees. Remember?
Yeah. Yep. You told me.
So now this is higher. It shouldn't freeze. It shouldn't ice up. You can feel put your hand on there. Feel the heat.
Yeah.
You feel the difference?
Yep.
And then this drain should start. This should start dripping pretty soon. I got my vacuum. You got a cord? I could put my thing on.
You want a cord?
Yeah, I'll put my vacuum on and see if we can get in the. Give it to you. How you doing, Mama? Miss Molly, give it to you. How you doing, Miss Molly? Yeah, we did. Shit.
It's gonna suck all the water from the pan?
Well, I want to make sure it's clear. No, it ain't gonna suck it from the pan, that's from the trap. Yeah, it wasn't that much in there, was there? I think it was just blowing Freon. It's gonna ice. There we go. We're dripping there. Look at that. That should be dripping when we're done, right? Yeah, see it's starting to run now?
Yeah.
That's what we want. That's getting rid of the moisture from the air. Yeah, we really can't put much more in it. Because the superheat's kinda. Not gonna be cheap. Problem is you gotta replace the upstairs in this unit, you know? Well, it's not cheap. Big money.
What do you mean the upstairs? The whole furnace? Oh my goodness.
What's this? So it's not fucking cheap. Because that's gonna be 410A, this is gonna be 410A, you know? You could buy just a coil for that, but the coil alone is gonna cost you what the whole unit costs. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not. It's never easy to upgrade like that, you know?
Yeah.
Because this thing's 24, 25 years old.
Exactly.
So you might be better off just, it's not saving your money, but,
Right,
you know.
yeah. What are we looking at numbers like?
I don't want to shoot from the hip, but you're talking up there, you know. Change that unit up there and this here.
Yeah.
Probably looking somewhere around, you know, shooting from the hip somewhere around 9,000, 10,000 with just one.
Just one, right?
Yeah. You know, not cheap. All right, so I'm gonna leave it right there. What we're gonna do is we're gonna shut this one off, and then we're gonna turn this one on, and we'll check the. Want to check this one while I'm here too?
Okay.
Might as well, right?
Yep, why not? I bought some the thermostat, right? But I couldn't figure out the C wire and stuff like
Well,
that.
you don't have a common one. Check this one. Things in a tough shape. Said he changed the filter on this unit downstairs. Let that run for a bit. Oh, see, we're at 60 here?
Yeah.
For R22, that's good. Subcooling's a little bit high because the coil's pretty much. Gotta hit this coil with a garden hose.
Okay.
You got a garden hose?
Yep, right here.
Yeah, we'll hit on our way out. But our superheats, right, you know, can't put any more gas because then they'll start dropping. See it?
Yeah.
So that's fine. This one's been cooling fine. The charger's fine. You just got to keep the filters clean. Okay?
Yep.
Feel this one. Feel the heat. Feel the heat?
Yeah.
That's how you want to tell. And then you'll see the suction line will start to sweat. The one that's covered.
Yep.
You can see that one in there, how that one's sweating.
Yep.
That's why they cover it, because if not, it's going to sweat. So that's what you want to see when it's running. This wants to be wet. Then you want to feel the heat coming out of here, okay? And then you got a garden hose right there. Just need to get a head on it, and we'll spray these down on the way out, okay? Once I move all my stuff, I'll spray all these down. So that's 2.5 pounds. It's 2.5 pounds. Not too bad, I guess. So we'll hose them all down. All right, let me get you a slip.